All right, let's get to it, Jack.
It's the 5.
Number 5.
At 5. 5. With Jack Fritz.
Oh, 5. Beautiful 5.
So anyone that knows me knows I have a lot of problems with the morning show.
You do.
And
You hate them.
the official statement of this show is anyone but the morning show.
Anyone but the morning show.
per usual. So I had the 5 things they have to stop doing, including a new number 1 that happened again today. Number 5 is Beat the Hammer is a sham. It's been a sham for a while. It used to be a all-time bit, but it's gotten so watered down with these callers who have no idea what they're doing. You gotta spice up Beat the Hammer, let other WIP hosts compete, and see how he does against actual competition.
Beat the Hammer.
Something.
Yeah.
Like, we get it. You're going for whatever fake. You're trying to be a 300-game winner, with the Beat the Hammer. I did give them the idea that when he's like 5 away from being a 300-game winner, they should bring on 300-game winners of the MLB. Like, how does it feel to go for the 300th? Like, bring Glavine on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand in the beginning you want to establish that Hammer is the guy, right? So you let him beat up on listeners and so on and so forth. I even understand James picking categories that he knows Joe is going to be good at. I get it. But I agree with you. If Beat the Hammer is going to be a real thing, you can't be a paper champion. You can't avoid...
Paper champions, Tommy Gunn.
Yeah, a little bit. So
the strength of schedule on Beat the Hammer is worse than the league.
I think we need to make this a movement. Stop dodging.
But he's scared. He's scared of going up against other WIP hosts and people.
I've offered to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jack, would you go up against a Hammer?
Sure. I don't care if I lose.
That's the problem. I don't care if I lose either. Yeah.
Right.
I just want to go do it to beat him.
Yeah, but he always ducks.
You know what we should be able to do? This is the idea. We should be able to find our competitor for the to represent us.
Well, we tried that
against the Hammer.
It can't be Chuck.
Chuck. I would never pick Chuck.
0 for 10 in a career.
Yeah, he hasn't even got one question right.
Not even close.
He hasn't gotten one question right?
0 for 10, Spike. It's
That's
awesome.
2 different times in case you don't know.
Yes.
I want to like really go into, and I'm not going to cheat or whatever, but I think we should be able to vet our representative to go, and that's what should happen once a month.
Now are we gonna Trojan horse it, or are we gonna set this whole thing up?
Oh, we'll use Trojan horse correctly there.
Thank you. You thought about it too.
No, I don't want to hide it. I want it to be above board.
He didn't use it correctly.
Yes, I did.
He did. He's saying, do you want to do it secret?
Sneak attack,
which is basically right.
I thought you meant, do you want to go barge in?
No. No. I
different kind of Trojan.
Yeah, you. Oh my God.
That was unnecessary.
Yeah. All right. What's number 4?
Yes.
Yeah. Get out of that.
Yes.
It didn't even really work.
Yeah,
No, it did.
Yeah, just keep it moving.
Yeah.
It did. The 4th thing the morning show.
Get it? Sex.
The 4th thing. Well, hold on. Someone did boobs earlier.
That was Yoshi.
I know. 4th thing the morning show has to stop doing is you gotta watch the guests. In one segment yesterday, this is all the voices during this segment: Joe, John, Seltzer, Rhea, Devin, Ruben Amaro Jr., Mike Quick, and Ross Tucker. I mean, what are we doing? That's in one segment.
There's not even enough microphones in here. Well, Ross isn't here, right?
He's on Comrex.
Yeah, and Mike.
How much words is he saying per minute when there's that many people there?
I don't know. You said that to me, and I thought to myself, are we doing a radio show wrong? Because it's mostly just us. And then we have one guest at a time.
Sure.
Yeah. How could you have that many people talking at once?
Like, sometimes I'll just be listening. And like, oh, God, Rube's there. I'll be listening for like 40 minutes.
That's how I used to feel about Ben Davis. I was like, where the hell is Ben at?
I looked in a live stream once because they're live streaming Kelsey. Yeah. Ben was looking up tractor videos. Not to out Ben, but he was looking up. He was looking up tractor videos during the thing. He's checked out because there's only one ball and it's mostly hogged by Joe DeCamera.
Hollis used to look up a different kind of tractor video.
He sure did.
Yeah,
you sure did.
Stay on track.
Okay, all right.
The 3rd thing the morning show has to stop doing is they have to stop movie shaming.
Movie shaming?
Yeah, like if you haven't seen this movie and like this random 70s, 80s movie, they act like the world's ending. You know what I mean? Like the generation, the listeners are getting a little younger.
Well, they're big movie people.
Yeah, but it's the same movies. It's like, oh, you haven't seen this Casablanca. You know,
Yeah.
That's not Casablanca.
it's always Casablanca.
Yeah, nobody's seen that.
A Wonderful Life. I don't know.
It's a wonderful
Like
life.
all these old, just update the resume.
Well, and has DeCamera seen a movie that's come out in the last 15
He is
years?
a big 80s, 90s movie
Yes.
guy.
Yeah.
yeah. Now Seltzer does have his infamous Oscars list
Yeah.
that he likes to tweet out every year.
Now, in fairness, Seltzer and I, we do have a consistent horror movie exchange where I'll tell him if he's seen something, because I don't have very many people in my life that will watch horror as much as Seltzer does. But yeah, I agree with you on the movie shaming thing.
They're so defensive.
It's like, I didn't see Godfather. I'm sorry.
No, sue me.
Mob
Yeah.
stuff is too fake. I don't care.
Right.
That's
move
on.
One of your favorite takes.
No, that is an issue.
I also haven't seen it, so
Yeah.
Well, you I expect.
sure.
You.
Disappointed.
I
saw
Godfather already.
Goodfellas.
Goodfellas is great. I love Goodfellas. The second thing the morning show has to stop doing is they have to get the camera off the drop board. The camera has access to a drop board in there.
Right here.
Yeah. And
really?
Sometimes he sets up the drops.
Yeah.
And he's like, you
You
they
can
say,
hear him doing it.
Yeah, you know what they say? The hammer, but it's like a little delayed. You gotta get him. There's a problem when the host has access to the drop board, is my personal opinion.
Well, how's he supposed to operate the drop board when he's got to manage the 18 guests that are on at the same time?
That's why he's so stressed all the time.
It's just too much.
That's why he's always sweating in there.
Yeah, I don't think I could even, my brain could even, like, think about the drop board when I'm doing
Well, but
it.
that's the issue.
Yeah.
That's why it's always delayed. And
Mark-
it's never set up right.
Mark's had drop board, right?
Yeah.
And that was a point of contention with you guys.
Well, no, with him.
Yeah.
I don't care about the drop board. That's Jack's drop
Well,
board.
well, it's also hard when two people are doing the drop
Yeah.
board.
Yeah, that is an issue.
I think it should be a producer thing, but that's
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Also, I'm different, you know.
Yeah, you're very good at the drop board.
My one thing I'm actually all right at.
Yeah.
But the number one thing is that
You haven't added a ton lately.
yeah, well, hold on. So I have this one, which is recent.
That'd be Baby Ruth Taylor.
That's a good one. Yeah, I give you.
They're mostly just like, I gotta find a way to put the beat it one in there somewhere. I'll get that on the drop board. Don't you worry, Ike. But listen, I know, like, but I also got my set ones.
Yes.
that are ingrained in people's heads. Anyway, but the number one thing the morning show has to stop doing is they have to stop making former and very tough people cry. You know, we all remember
Who cried?
Well, we all remember.
This is really.
They made Richie cry.
Yep.
They made Brandon Graham cry.
Yep.
You know, and
That's right. I forgot about the BG one.
I mean,
Yep.
the camera's basically begging for him, like how you know, this could be it for you.
Yeah.
And of course he's gonna cry. You
Yep.
know, like let's grow up a little
It's
bit.
like going on Roy Firestone.
Yes. Or didn't Barbara Walters make everybody cry?
Yeah.
Wasn't that her bit? Yeah.
But yet again today, Jason Kelsey's in,
He cried again?
and the waterworks started. This morning show's out of control.
You can't help but think back and you think about how am I here? How am I fortunate enough and lucky enough to be here?
Yeah.
And then you think about your teammates and everybody else, and it's a very overwhelming experience, you know, being on the biggest stage of your profession. And I imagine anybody feels that way, right? Like no matter what you do, if you get to that point where you have the opportunity to be known as like the best in the entire world of whatever you do, it's a feeling that is you know, I don't know. I mean, if you've put a lot into it, it's going to mean a lot to you. We've dedicated a lot of hours and time and commitment and travel, and you know, you've foregone a lot of other things in your life.
Whoa.
We hear you, man. Take a moment, Jason.
Oh,
John,
my
you've been
God.
through this. I mean, you know what it's
You've
like.
cried too.
They're out of control. It's the biggest problem with the morning show.
Wow.
These are legends, tough guys in this town. Don't let Ike on that show, or else he'll be crying. I mean,
No, I guarantee I won't be.
Wow.
He clearly took himself up to a place
Yes.
where
He didn't even realize where he was.
Yeah, he got to talking about it, and then he started reminiscing even more.
Yeah.
You can almost visualize the images in his brain as he's talking. Like he's visualizing these images, and he missed the game. He misses the game a little bit. Sounds like he missed the game a little bit.
Yeah.
A bit.
Now, I'm surprised Richie didn't cry because Kelsey was crying.
because the last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would have been just an awful, just sort of everybody's weeping and snorting.
Yeah, and that was an okay cry.
It was. Richie's
is not okay. It's not okay.
The cameras was not
and
okay.
it certainly isn't okay for the reason Richie was crying.
Right, because Jason Kelce
Jason
retired.
didn't die.
Nope.
He's still here.
No. In good physical health.
Yes, good health.
Doing great.
Hell, I see him every 5 minutes on TV.
Making 4 times as much money as he did when he was on the Eagles. Everything's
okay.
Everything's fine. The DeCamera cry is. Do you have that available? The DeCamera cry is one of the
he's whimpering.
Saddest ones.
Yeah.
Man.
Do you have it?
They changed all their drops around. Oh, there it is.
They meant everything to me. Let's go to the phones. 888. I'm sorry to cry. I'm just very emotional.
No.
The quiver in his voice.
Yeah.
After missing the whole Super Bowl run on the air.
Yeah, that's the other part.
Yeah, you weren't even here.
Him missing the entire run would have been
Unreal.
because he's Captain Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see me toughing it out. My back hurts.
Yep.
Scratchy throat. I'm here.